Today I want to give you 5 tips on singing and worshipping in this special season. Our congregational worship times are different at the moment. If you join in our in-person worship services, you need to wear a mask during the whole worship time. And singing and breathing with a mask on is different than before. If you join in our worship services from your home via the live streaming, you are in your common environment. And some people really find it challenging to sing out loud if you are on your own or also in front of your family. Breathing is generally different. We are in a new situation. It's a stressful situation. And the breath is sometimes tightened up and rougher than before. So my goal today is to give you 5 tips, 5 practical pieces of advice that help you to sing and worship in this season, that give you good ideas and inspire you. I believe that there is a big value if you give a lot of space and room for worship and singing in this special situation. So here are my 5 tips. 1. Get in an upright position. Check your posture. 2. Breathe. 3. Have an active mind. 4. Hum. And 5. Recognize your entire body as an instrument. Now I want to give you a bit more details and practical pieces of advice on all of these 5 tips. So the first tip is get in an upright position. Check your posture. When we come before God and when we sing, there are 3 things regarding our posture that are precious to remember. One is when we worship, we come before the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. So it's a great starting point to get in an upright position because of that fact. 2, when we come before God and we worship as entire beings. It's good to get our body in motion and upright because we are body, soul and mind. We worship as an entire person. And 3, for our instrument, the voice, it's great to be in an upright position, in an open position. You can just test yourself. Sing something if you're like this and sing something if you're like this. It helps your voice, it supports your voice. A very practical exercise to get in an upright position, and you can also train it throughout the week, is start from the bottom up. Feel your standing position. Check that you have a good solid standing position. Feel your sole and your heels and toes. Feel your legs and your knees. Feel your belly and your chest. And open your chest. Chest is often very tight because we feel pressure or we are busy or whatever. Open and rotate really your shoulders that you are open. And that often also already initiates that we open up the elbows and the palms of our hands. We often forget these. Also check your neck and your head. Paul has recently so wonderfully mentioned in one of his sermons that we are the beloved children of God. We are crowned with love. So imagine an imaginary crown on your head so you can be really upright. Also don't forget the back of your body. Have active shoulder blades that bring you in an upright position. Check your lower back and the back side of your legs. The second tip is breathe. Breathing feels tight very often at the moment. And for our singing and for our instrument, getting in an upright position is already a good start for the breath. But here are 2 very specific and practical tips on how you can get this deep breathing position. Just get a sense for a moment for your breath. And then imagine you are a big and long empty glass. The bottom of the glass are your feet. And now when you inhale, it's like there's a water being poured out into this glass. And so the inhale really fills up your body from your feet up to the top. So not only the chest, which is often happening when we only have the chest breathing activated, but really the inhale fills up the whole body. And then breathe out again. Also a good piece of advice on settling a deep breathing and relaxed, good breathing condition is extend your exhale process. So when you feel like you would usually already breathe in, just hold on and continue to exhale a bit longer. That usually very quickly initiates a point of relaxation and helps you connect to a deep and healthy open breathing setup. Tip 3. Have an active mind. So when we sing worship songs, and that's the great thing about music, it's often just embracing us, and the rhythm and the drive is taking us along the road, and often we sing worship songs just by the heart. But I invite you to be very active, to think precisely what you're thinking, what you're singing, the lyrics, and even go a bit further and connect what you are singing with biblical truths that you know, or even make a study on a song, with being eager to find out more about the background of a song and the lyrics of the song. Tip 4 is hum. I mentioned before that some people express that it's different to sing really out loud through the mask, and people at home often describe it challenging to sing out loud and just hear your own voice, or to sing out loud in front of a little group of people, your family and friends around you at home. A good way to worship and activate your instrument but not sing out fully is to hum. Hum is a beautiful way to have your unique and beautiful instrument active, and to worship and hum and just think what you're singing and think the lyrics, but you don't need to fully sing out. You're not so loud, it's more intense. And humming is, if you do it in a good way and not forcing or pressing in your neck, it's a great way also to train and strengthen your voice. And tip 5 is actually just bringing all these 4 other tips together and combining to one very important point. Recognize your entire body as an instrument. Somebody recently explained to me that after joining in our in-person worship services and singing along a whole worship service with a mask, this person really felt worn out, and the voice really felt a bit scratchy and tired. The reason is that with a mask, singing with a mask gives you the feeling that you need to overcome a barrier, that you need to press through. A great way to approach this challenge is recognize your whole body as an instrument. Don't feel that you need to press up here in your neck, but get a sense for the resonating area in your entire body, like an organ pipe, just coming back to that image of your entire body being the instrument. Be sensitive and listen to your own voice rather than forcing out with the vocal cords and via the larynx. That is a great healthy way to work with your instrument. I encourage you to just enjoy discovering your unique instrument, because every single voice is different, and that's amazing. And how the voice functions and how we can worship with this instrument is amazing. And I encourage you to use your instrument. So I hope these 5 tips help you, inspire you, and maybe even help you to discover something new and precious in this challenging situation. And I again want to invite you and encourage you to give as much room as possible for worship and to sing in this actual situation.